Hey, hi, it's Ruby and Butters, I guess. We just got back from a walk. It's starting to feel like fall. It's starting to feel like fall. It's been really cool, like fresh here in Maryland. It's been like, I don't know what the weather's been like, but I feel like for the most part, it's been in the high 60s, 70s. Like it's been really, really nice. So yeah, we just got back from a walk, but it's time to choose the TBR for September. This is my favorite video to film. I love TBR jar videos. Let's pop up what we chose in August and if we were successful. I try and read every single book on my TBR because that's the point of this, but sometimes it doesn't happen. So I did read 3 out of the 5 books that we chose last month. 2 I completed. 1 was a DNF. I read like 100 and some pages of it before I put it down. I was like, nah, not for me. And then Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I will be reading it. I have the audiobook now, so I'm going to be doing immersive reading. And the only one that was for sure not happening, My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I put it back. I put the horror little paper back because I didn't read it. Everything else I have taken out of the jar, but let's just jump right in and choose the first 5 books that we're going to be reading. Now, there are some books that I already plan to read in September because I have to. The first one is going to be the second book in the Lady of Darkness series. That is a completed 5-book series because I'm reading that with Summer. She sent me the first one off of my Amazon wish list and I was like, do you want a buddy read it? She said yes. So we read the first one and now we decided to just read the whole 5-book series together. So we're going to read the second one. I think it's called Lady of Shadows. I just ordered it from Barnes yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to be reading that. I'm also going to be reading Haunting Adeline by someone. I don't know who wrote that. That's how little I know about dark romance. Haunting Adeline. That is a book I will be reading that I never thought that I would read because you all know I don't like dark romance. I've read 3 and I've disliked all 3. But Summer and I decided it would be fun to kind of swap books, like faves. And she told me what she's not comfortable with. I told her what I'm really not comfortable with. And not, I mean, when I say comfortable, I mean like we're just not used to reading those things. Like they're new to us, but we kind of want to see, you know, if we like it. And we took very different approaches, let me tell you, because she's like, she said sci-fi for her. She's like really like things that have to do with space. Like I'm not super comfortable. So I was like, let me give her such a like entry level sci-fi that's just going to be so easy for her because it's like not even that much sci-fi. It's more like pseudoscience. I gave her Vicious by V. Schwab. And I told her dark romance or historical fiction, but like dark romance is really the one that I don't think it's gonna be for me. And she just was like, here. All I told her was do not make me read Credence because I don't want to read that. So she gave me this one and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna see how it goes. So those are the 2. My book club chose Blood Over Brighthaven by Emma Wang, but I've already read that. I might reread it. I might because it's so good. I gave it 5 stars. I have it on my 6-star shelf. So yeah, though that's like a potential one. Let's go into the first one. First little paper is gonna be, I always get nervous for these. I don't know why. A book you started and never finished. Dang, really call me out like that from the first one. There are several. I know there are several. So let's choose some options. You know what? I was going to get options, but as soon as I saw this first book, I was like, I don't need to look anymore. This is going to be the one. Piranesi by Susanna Clark. This is such a short little book. It's got to be less than 300 pages, right? Yeah, it's barely over 200 pages. And I have started this twice and soft DNF'd it because I just wasn't invested. But this is so beloved that I just feel like I've got to do it. I've got to do it. And I've got to give it a fair chance. I've got to be like in the mindset. And I feel like it looks like it's such an autumnal book. I know it's a bit of a mystery. So yeah, our first book is going to be Piranesi for a book you started and didn't finish. What a start. That's a strong start. In my opinion, it starts strong. Strong start. There we go. The second one's going to be this one. Butters is walking around a lot, which is weird for him. Every time I film, he's like taking a nap, but it is very late. It's like almost 6 o'clock right now, so I get it. A book that matches this season. So an autumnal read. I have some arcs of some. I have Fall I Want that I had and I didn't read, but there are other options that I'm thinking about right now. Okay, so for the fall options, I have, like I said, Fall I Want or You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I don't know which one to read. I believe this is a Sleepless in Seattle reimagining. Can they stop hating each other long enough to fall in love? Or Fall I Want. Which one do I want to read? You know what? I think I'm going to go with Fall I Want because I did have the arc and now it's out and I want to know if I like it because if you've seen the first edition, it's like so cute. Like the cover's cute, but then also the edges are so like detailed and cute. So yeah, I think we're going to go with Fall I Want for our second pick, a book that matches the current season. Moving on to prompt number 3, let's go with this one. So for the third prompt, we are gonna get a book you've avoided. Listen, I think I'm being called out enough. Wow, the jars had to get me. A book that I've avoided. There are so many books that I've avoided, basically my entire TBR, but let's pull some options. Okay, this one's like Battle of the Fantasy, but we have adult fantasy and YA fantasy. So the first one is book 1 in the Also series, A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I bought this trilogy so long ago and I've actively avoided it because I started watching the show and I hated it. Like I stopped watching it right away. And like I know that's not a reason to not read the books, but it's kept me from it. And then we have Flamefall. This is book 2 in the Aurelian cycle, and I have beef with book 1, man. I picked up book 1, Fireborn, because people, when Fourth Wing came out, the like people that were shitting on Fourth Wing were like, oh, it's just trying to be Fireborn. Like Fireborn is what Fourth Wing tried to be. And so I was like, I loved Fourth Wing, so I was so excited to read Fireborn, and dude, I didn't like it. Like, it was okay. I don't even think I gave it a bad rating, but I didn't love it. I just felt like it was really dragging. And I did not like that 4 books that have, like, the first book has so many dragons on the cover. The dragons were treated like a mode of transportation, and then later on a weapon. My voice cut out. They didn't have like that super special bond like they did in Fourth Wing where they're literally communicating, literally the magic depends on each other. They do have a bond in Fireborn, but it felt very like, I don't know, kind of half-assed, honestly. So there was this person, I don't know who it was, but a lot, like when I read Fireborn, they told me that it just gets worse. And so I've been dreading it. And I think I'm going to choose this because I'm in the middle of this. And that way, if I hate this, I can either finish the trilogy, like decide to push on, or just DNF it and unhaul the whole trilogy. And I love unhauling books that I don't love. So I think we're going to go with Flamefall, book 2 in the Aurelian cycle. And we'll see how it goes because this one's pretty long. It's longer than the first book, but let's hope that something happens here because yeah, I don't know. I'm nervous about it, but that fits a prompt perfectly. I've been avoiding continuing on with this damn series. Moving on to number 4. So number 4, let's go with this one. Please be nice to me, freaking jar. A book with a black cover. I like these little superficial ones. I think I put like every color in the damn rainbow and some extras. So there are so many books that have black covers. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about, oh, I know what I'm choosing. Like, let's just not even do options because I know. I didn't even need to think about it. I did not even need to think about it. Overlord, Volume 1, The Undead King. Girl, I've been trying to read this for a minute and I've been getting distracted, but I genuinely think that I'm gonna love this. My brother has read every single light volume that's available and he loves it. And my brother and I do have similar tastes. Plus, it's an isekai story and I love isekai stories. It's time. It's time. I know that I'm gonna love this. Why have I not read it? So this is gonna be the fourth pick, a book with a black cover. Our fifth and final pick, I think in 2026 I'm going to be doing 6 books, but for now we're going to keep it to 5 because I can get a little carried away, but for now we're going to keep it at 5. The fifth one says a book with a pink cover. Dang. I wanted to get something a little bit more fun than a book with a pink cover. Should I override this? Should I like veto this? Because I want something like fun, like a fun prompt. Dang, I can't. I would feel bad. I would feel like I'm lying to you or something, even though I'm literally telling you, but I just can't. I'm too freaking honest for my own good. Book with a pink cover. Let's go look. Okay, I chose 3. I mean, I could have chosen more, but let's just keep it to 3. So the first one that I chose really doesn't have a pink cover. She has a pink dress and then a pink spine. So even though I really want to choose this, I feel like it's kind of cheating because it's more blue than pink. So that kind of sucks. Although the rest is pink, but I wanted to read it. I just really did. But the second one is By a Thread by Lucy Score, which I don't know what this is about. It says Dominic was staring at me like he couldn't decide whether he loathed me or wanted to French kiss me. I don't know. At the very bottom, like we get Dominic and a bunch of stuff, and then Allie. For Allie, it just says, "Ha, hold my beer, charming," which is a little cringy, but I've heard really good things about it. And then we have All the Men I've Loved Again by Christine Pride, which this was sent to me by Atria. Which, thank you so much, Atria. Let's see what this one's about. And oh, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Cool. Bookmark and sticker and playlist. So let's see what this one's about. It's a debut novel about a woman who finds herself in the impossible situation of being in love with the same 2 men in her early 20s and again as she nears 40. Listen, that sounds fun. I'm gonna have to choose this because even though I've heard nothing but great things about this, this sounds fun to me. I love a good love triangle so much. So I'm going to go with All the Men I've Loved Again. And I hope it's good. I will report, but it sounds promising. And this is a book with a pink cover. Okay, so this is our September TBR chosen. I am a little nervous because the jar was kind of a bitch to me, but we're gonna see how it goes. So first up we have a really good pick, Piranesi by Susanna Clark, and then we have one that I'm worried about, Flamefall by Rosario Munda, but I'm not gonna be afraid of DNFing. We have Overlord by Kugane Maruyama, and then we have Fall I Want. I think that's by, what's her name? Laura Parrish. I can't remember off the top of my head, but a fall read. And then we have All the Men I've Loved Again by Christine Pride, which is a romance with a love triangle potentially, and I'm excited about this one. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today for our September TBR picks. I love this video. Honestly, it's my favorite, and then my favorite reading vlogs to film are Bookshelf Ultimatums, which I may or may not be filming next. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye.